So let me go ahead and kind of explain what we've got going on here. So I am going over my top 50 games. This is not what I would consider to be the top 50 objective best games of all time. This is not that. The reason I say that is because I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off by some things that I don't include, like for instance, TF2, Team Fortress is not on here. There's another game, like if I have played the game, and I have not played it what I feel as though is enough for it to have influenced me, or for it to have made me feel some kind of way or affected me at any point in time in my life enough to be on the list, and it's not going to be on the list. So there's going to be some really big names. There's going to be some gigantic games that are not on the list that I've played and that I think are objectively. I'm going to give you an example right now so that nobody gets too fired up. All right. The one that I think is going to fire the people up the most, Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption 2, both of which I think are objectively probably top 5, top 10 best games of all time, objectively. They're not on the list. They are not on the top 50 list, on my top 50 list, because this is my top 50 list. And if you don't like that, then fuck you. Because it's my top 50 list. This is my favorite games, not the best games. I think it's important that we differentiate that because that's a very, very different thing. Best versus favorite. And this is my top 50 favorite games. Games that have influenced me in some way enough to make it to this list. You're gonna see some games on here that have probably, they'll rip you right back to childhood. I know making this list was fucking crazy. Making this list was insane. Going through and finding all the games that I've played and thought about or not thought about in literally 20 years, it was mind-blowing to go through and really dig deep into all the games that I've ever played. And it also got me thinking about how cool it is that I think that certain games have influenced people in the way that their lives have literally like progressed from these. I think that games influence us and our lives and the people around us a lot more than we think, because I know that there's certain friends that I have and don't have now simply because of the games that I did and I did not play. I think that that affects everyone around us, and I think that it affects our circle more than we would really expect. So I'm really excited about this. Like I said, I've been excited about this. I have spent all week getting this put together. So without further ado, top 50 games of all time. Let's get rolling with number 50, Mafia Wars. Now we're starting the list off at number 50 with an absolute fucking banger. If you were alive in the time frame of Facebook games, then you were alive in the time frame of absolute peak gaming. I don't think there was a time that was much better than getting onto a Facebook and pulling up the Facebook browser games like Farmville and Ninja Wars and Mafia Wars than this time frame right here. I understand this game was probably, I can't even find a way to go back. I've looked at some footage, but I can't even find a way to go back and play this. This is a game that it's probably like objectively not good. I remember this being so much fun, going through and just collecting guns and shit and just making, this was like the first form of what I would consider like an idle game where you could just set it, forget it, come back the next day and you see how much money you made based off of what all you put together. Loved it. One of my absolute favorite games. As you can see, it made the top 50 list, and this is a Facebook game. This Facebook game made the top 50 list. You know what was what was an honorable mention as a Facebook game as well, which I might go over some honorable mentions later. I'm not sure yet. One of these honorable mentions here that was also a Facebook game was Farmville, because I think that I'd probably have a few hundred hours on Farmville, and that was when I was a child and I didn't have a few hundred hours to spend. So I think that that deserves at least an honorable mention here as well. If you've never played Mafia Wars, I'm sorry, you missed the golden age of Facebook games. Next, 49 on the list, Super Mario Galaxy. All right, this one is a game, once again, that I think is objectively a really good game. But the time frame that I played that, and you'll probably see some, it depends on like the time frame that I played it and the amount that I was able to dig into it. This is an example of one of those games that I think is objectively really, really good. I can remember I played this on the Wii, if I'm not mistaken. This was one of the first like free roam kind of 3D platforming games that I ever played alone. And I remember this being really, really exciting for me because it felt like a game that was like a little bit like a step up in level of difficulty, I guess you could say, than things that I had played previously. And so I have fond memories of this game, but at 49, there's plenty more that I think that I have significantly more memories for. Moto Racer. All right, so we're gonna see a trend in a lot of these. So there are some games here that are very old. I have an older brother, and my older brother is significantly older than me. I think he's like 12-ish years older than me. So when I was 10, he was 22. So when I was 5 to 10, he was in that window of playing video games. I mean, we still play video games together. It's Wally. If you've seen the channel at all, you'll know him. There are some old games on here because of that. This is an example of one of those. I think this isn't even the oldest either, because I think this is still a PlayStation 1 game, and there are a few PlayStation 1 games on here. This is a game that I think this was one of the first racing style games that I really enjoyed. This is a motorcycle racing game. If you don't know what Moto Racer is, this is a motorcycle racing game, and it is it's honestly, we went back and watched some footage of the game, and it's really not that great. The footage is awful, the sounds are not good, but I remember this game as being like one of the first games that I really enjoyed with the racing mechanic into it, and loved it. Once again, there's another honorable mention for 4x4, Hardcore 4x4. There's another PS1 racing game. Honorable mention there, didn't make the list, but this is a game where at least just the opening soundtrack is enough to make me to add it to the top 50 at number 48. So let's move to number 47. Number 47, we've got our first, I don't actually know, I guess it's not super new. Our first reasonably new. This is an entirely different genre. This is an entirely different concept of game. This is Superhot VR. If you've never played Superhot on the VR, if you've never played VR, especially if you've never played VR, if you've never experienced virtual reality, I recommend Superhot as like your first experience. The reason that Superhot made the list for me, because if I'm not mistaken, this is one of only, there's another VR game. But this was one of the very first VR games that I ever played. A friend of mine, Ronan, another person from the channel, he brought his virtual reality set over to a buddy of ours' house, and this was my first experience, or the first memorable experience of virtual reality. This game affected me so much by playing this game that I went and purchased a virtual reality headset that weekend. And I'm like, I don't spend money on I don't do that generally. So that was like a really big deal for me to just go out and do that. So if you've never played this game is sick. If you stand still inside the virtual reality, the world stands still. As you move, the world around you moves at the same speed. So the faster you move, the faster the world moves around you. So people are shooting at you, and if you're standing still, the bullet's standing still, but as you move, the bullet comes towards you and stuff like that, and you have to dodge. It's incredible. It's just world-breaking, especially if you've never experienced anything virtual reality. It's incredible. Amazing. Absolutely recommend. Superhot VR. Number 47. Number 46. Happy Wheels. All right, this is another game. This is another game that if you have not experienced Happy Wheels, if you have not experienced Happy Wheels in your time, I'm sorry. Happy Wheels was the game at school. So there was, if you went to school the same time frame that I did, there was a reasonably limited number of games that you could play on school computers. Depending on the websites you could get onto, you could try to finagle your way around into finding some other websites you could get onto to find some fun games and things like that. But in my opinion, and I would be willing to bet that a lot of other people's opinion would agree with mine, Happy Wheels was probably number one on the list of games that you could play in school. And it was just incredible. I mean, this was like a flash game. I guess you'd call it a flash game. I don't fucking know. This was a game you play on the browser, and you race different bicycles and go-karts and all kind of shit, whatever, into different maps that were built. And ton of fun, super silly, super just simple game. But this was once again the number one game, one of the absolute best that you could actually play while you were in school. And that for that reason, I probably have probably a weird amount of hours on this game, but I don't know if I ever played it outside of school. So once again, Happy Wheels, number 46, definitely deserves to be on the list. All right, 45, number 45, Just Cause 2. This is a game that I didn't actually even play a ton of this one. So this is kind of against my this is kind of against my my rule of saying that I had to have played it a certain amount before I could consider it for this list, because I didn't play this one a ton. I did play it. I played it a good bit, but I didn't play it a ton. But this one, there was just something about its gameplay. If you've never played Just Cause 2, what I can equate this to is essentially Grand Theft Auto, but you have a grappling hook. And this was at a time significantly before like all of the craziness was going on in Grand Theft Auto 5 like that. Because now if you think of Grand Theft Auto 5, you've got rocket bikes and all kind of crazy stuff in there. This was significantly before any of that was like really a concept. So to have literally just having it, you could do nothing, none of the actual game, which the actual game, my brain, I'm exploding here. The campaign, the story of this game was really good. So I'm not discounting the story, but you could literally just go around with nothing but the the grappling hook out and about. And that alone was enough to where it was a full game in that. It was fun enough to where you could literally do nothing but that. Once again, Just Cause 2, really fun game. Didn't play it a ton, but it affected me enough to be on the list, on 45. Number 44, Nintendogs. Nintendogs. And if you didn't enjoy Nintendogs, you didn't get to experience Nintendogs, this is another one where I'm sorry, because Nintendogs was arguably top 5 best games ever released on the Nintendo DS. If you never played Nintendogs, it's really, honestly, it makes no sense why it's so fun, because you just have a dog and you take care of it and you train it and you feed it and stuff like that. You can buy stuff for it, but they did it right. They did it well. This game, there's not really a bunch to say about it. You just take care of pets. You just literally take care of dogs, and it was a ton of fun. Super, super fun. Really put together well. And the graphics, I feel like I remember the graphics being pretty good for the time frame as well. So, Nintendogs at number 44. Let's go. 43, Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. You will see this on here, and you're not going to see, there's certain other Call of Duties that you don't see on here. The reason that this is on the list, and the reason that others might not be, which I'm not going to give away what are and what Call of Duties are on the list and what Call of Duties are not on the list. But the reason that this is on the list and others are not, the reason that this one is on the list is because this is what I would consider my first ever shooter. Okay, that's not entirely true. This would be the first ever shooter campaign that I played alone. I played some other shooters with my brother, like James Bond, some 007 games. I played some other shooters with him here and there, but Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 was really what I consider to be like the first campaign that I played 100% alone, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with Call of Duty. I fell in love with that whole genre. The game itself was very much, I think this was exclusively like a campaign based, like just a story based game. But yeah, incredible, super, super good. If I went back and played it, probably wouldn't be as fond or as fun as I remember, but I remember it very fondly, so I probably don't want to go back and play it for that exact reason. Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, number 43 on the list. I'm telling you, this list it's not going to be what you think. The list is not going to have the shit that you think is going to be on here, because if it was, then it would just be IGN's top 50 list of most boring games. We're not doing that. We're doing my list, and my list is the best list. This is I changed my mind. This is actually objectively the best list. Tonka Search and Rescue. This is number 42 on the list. So this game, this is quite literally, I would say, the game that has influenced me, the people around me, and my family for the longest amount of time. There is a specific thing, if you've ever played this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a very specific thing in this game, in the zoo scene, when you're I don't even, you in the game, you fix things and you paint things and you're just doing all kind of different stuff. But there's a very specific scene in the zoo scene that your dump truck has to dump dirt, and if you don't put it in the right place, this lady in the game says, "Don't dump the dirt here."
Ooh, don't dump the dirt here.
My family and I, because I used to play this game on the computer all the time, my family and I, we have, for the last nearly 30 years, because I'm almost 30, so probably 20 to 25 years now, We have been saying that phrase, "Don't dump the dirt here," for the entire time. Every single one of the people in my family say this. This made the list almost exclusively for that phrase, for that saying, because of how much that has affected my life for the last quarter of a century. The game was, I remember it being pretty good too, but that just mainly for that phrase, but other than the game, it was pretty decent game as well. So. All right, 42 for Don't Dump the Dirt Here, Tonka Search and Rescue.
Ooh, don't dump the dirt here.
What's next on the list? Prop Hunt. Okay, so specifically, I understand the game would be Gmod. I didn't really get to play many other things other than Prop Hunt. And I'll also say a game can be on this list, on my list, because this is my list. A game could be on this list, and I don't have to, it has to be my favorite game, and that could be for a number of reasons. The reason I say that, so I probably have more time watching Prop Hunt on YouTube of like Vanoss Gaming and that whole crew. I probably have more time watching this game than I do playing, and I played it some, but this was one of my favorite games of all time to watch. This game to watch alone was just so incredibly fun. I understand Gmod had a million things, but Prop Hunt specifically carried, and I think it just shaped just like this incredible style of entertainment, and I just absolutely love it. Once again, Prop Hunt was probably on this list more so because of how much I watched it rather than I played it. But either way, it influenced me, and I still think of it as one of my favorite games because of that. So this is a game that, I mean, just even this concept is in a ton of other games now. I mean, there's Prop Hunt and Call of Duty now. So anyways, Gmod Prop Hunt, North 41. Let's hit 40 right now. Crash Bandicoot. CTR, Crash Team Racing. So this is a PlayStation 1 game. It was a Crash Bandicoot game, and there is it's just go-kart. It's go-kart racing. This is essentially Mario Kart, but it's a Mario Kart that this is like. I mean, when I say it's Mario Kart, this is like if you've played Mario Kart, you've essentially played Crash Team Racing. This is almost the same thing. But I personally played this one for whatever reason. I don't know which one came out first. I don't know which one came out in what order. But this is the one that we played. We played a ton of this Crash Team Racing, and I remember it so fondly. This was one of my. I played a multitude of different racing. This was probably one of the other like first racing games. This was the first multiplayer racing game that I remember playing because you could play the split screen with like my brother and my father and stuff like that. So Crash Team Racing, there's not much to say about it. It's Mario Kart with different branding. It's almost identical. You throw stuff, you race go-karts. There's really not much to it, but it was incredible. Really good game. Next, number 39, PokerStars VR. So this, I think, if I remember correctly, this is the only other VR, maybe. We'll find out. I think this was the only other VR game on my list. This one, if you've never played PokerStars VR, if you enjoy poker, if you already enjoy poker, this is an incredible experience. There's a bunch of people that play this that don't even really enjoy poker. They play this because there's just so much other stuff to do. Like now there's a whole casino and everything. When I played it, it was almost primarily just poker, but when you put the VR headset on and you're at the poker table and you can pick your chips up and you can talk to people, and it feels like you're at an actual poker table playing with actual people, and it is an absolute blast. I love poker. Poker is one of my guilty pleasures, and this game can stick you at a table in an instant with real people and just have a real poker game it's incredible. I would do this more if I could, but it's a kind of a pain to set I've got an older VR headset. It's kind of a pain to do it, but this is definitely deserves to be on this list where it's at. Number 38, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. So this was a game that all I can really think of when I think of Splinter Cell is the difficulty. I played the first one. I think this was the first. We might have played, when I refer to my brother and I, we might have played the second one as well. But I remember this one specifically being just impossible. I mean, at my age as well, I was really young, really, really young when we played this game. So imagine however old I was, a 7-year-old trying to play a stealth game, a stealth action game where I'm trying to sneak around and not kill people and take people out and complete missions. I can barely understand what I'm supposed to be doing, much less quietly without people seeing where I'm at. Unreal. I don't know. All I can remember is that all I think of when I think of it is how difficult it was. But I also vividly remember it being like so satisfying. If I was able to even complete like one mission because of how hard it was. So for that reason, I hold it very dear to my heart. And I also, the sound of activating those fucking night vision goggles just is like burned into my brain, and it's so good. Tom Clancy Splinter Cell. I think we played the second one as well, but this is the one that we definitely played the most of, and this is the one that I think of the most. Number 38. Number 37. We are here at Tekken. Now, Tekken. This game here is this is something. If you've ever played any of the Tekkens, because I think there's like Tekken 45 now, I'm almost positive of it, then you've played what I consider to be the best like fighting platform. I don't know what you call those. If it's a fighting game, whatever it is, it's a 2D fighting game where you fight like this. Do they call it a platformer? I don't know. But this game specifically, it is what I think this is the first fighting game that I ever played. This is the one that like really like kind of made me kind of understand the concept of like combos and stuff like that. And I remember this guy right here. You can't you can't really tell on the TV, but there was a dude and he's got like this cheetah head. And I remember I used to always just love using him in this game. My brother was a lot older than me, and he'd always just fuck me up in this game. But I enjoy this game very, very much. Like I said, this is probably the first like platformer, the first fighting game that I really played with and learned like combos and stuff like that. Next game on the list, Ace Combat 4, number 36 on the list. Ace Combat was an airplane game. This was a game, one of the few games that I can remember playing with my father. My father, we didn't play a ton of video games together, but this is one of them that we did. And this game specifically was I don't know if it was just the controls or what it was, because this was a PlayStation 2 game, so I was a little older. But whatever they did with the controls, it was really intuitive, and I was able to control the planes in a way that I felt comfortable with, and it made me really enjoy it because I felt like I could actually do something. All the missions are super cool, and I remember like you would unlock different planes as you continued through the missions, and I enjoyed the whole process. Everything about it I absolutely loved on Ace Combat. And I remember specifically, like I said, this was one of the games that I played with my father, and we used to dogfight. You could do split screen dogfighting and shit. Incredible. If you've never played it, any of the Ace Combats are probably good. I don't even know if I played any after Ace Combat 4, but definitely still I would say worth checking out if you haven't. Next up here, we've got number 35, Club fucking Penguin. Club Penguin. This was absolute peak social life in middle school for my age group. I don't know if this feels like it affected your Club Penguin social life, affected your life more than your real life social life. I don't even know how to explain it. Our lives, all I could think about was getting home so that I could go to the fucking pizza parlor or whatever and go play Club Penguin for as long as I could. I could play a ton, but I don't know. There's just, if you were there, then you know. If you weren't, then Club Penguin means nothing to you. So there's really not much explaining to do with Club Penguin other than, once again, if you were there, you were there, and you understand. And if you weren't, I have no idea how I could explain Club Penguin to somebody that didn't play Club Penguin. So I'm sorry. If you never played it, I'm sorry. It's a social game where you'd go and you'd just hang out. I don't know how to explain it, but either way, Club Penguin, number 35. And that was tough. That was tough putting it this low, if I'm totally honest, because Club Penguin was the shit. It still is the shit if it was still available. Also, if anybody knows a way that I can play Club Penguin still, let me know. All right, we are on number 34. Magic the Gathering Arena. If you've ever played Paper Magic, then you would like this game. I don't really love online Magic that much, but this is it's close enough to Paper Magic, to regular Magic cards, that I enjoy playing it. So it's close enough. Like I said, it's close enough that it still scratches the itch if I really want to play some Magic. As a big Magic fan, this is good for me. If you don't like Magic, this is a good way to learn. But that's why it's on the list. It's just, I love Magic. That's my other guilty pleasure. I love poker. I love Magic. Those are my two like card games that I really, really enjoy. And so that's why 34 on the list, simply because I love the game itself so much in Magic. Spyro, number 33, Spyro the Dragon. This is a game right here that, this is another one that I played with my brother a ton. And this was another game that I also feel like I got to really play myself, because the controls and the dynamic, just kind of everything about the game was just like simple enough to where I could do it. The reason that I love this game now so much is my daughter, I've got a young daughter, and she has a Nintendo Switch, and this is one of the games that she absolutely loves. She plays Spyro, the original Spyro, and I think there's new ones. We got the original Spyro, there's the 3 original Spyros, and she absolutely loves the games, and I love that she loves the games. It's so much fun to get to go back and I just get to watch it now and see her play it, and I absolutely love it. It brings back so many memories. She's making the same memories that I had. She's getting to experience the same noises, which I know I'm not the only one, because I've seen some other people make these videos, which, by the way, I've got to also, I forgot to add in this. I got this video from Joe Bart. Joe Bart was the guy that did this video. I'll throw him at the beginning of the video as well, but yeah, some other people have mentioned just like the sounds in games really like stick with you, and this is one where the sounds, not even the music, but the actual sounds of like when you hit the enemies and stuff with the fire, or you run into them with your head and shit like that, it really is just like ingrained in your head. So now when I get to go watch her and listen to her play this game, it's just like, oh, this is the shit. This is the shit. So number 33, Spyro. I think this could honestly be higher as well. I fucking love this game so much. It's so cool. This is another one where if you haven't played Spyro, you've got to go fucking play Spyro. It's so easy, it's so simple, but it's so much fun. So, number 32, Pokemon Diamond. This was on the Nintendo DS. I think these were only released on the DS. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure these were only released on the DS. Pokemon Diamond I played some other Pokemons. I played a good bit. I played a good bit of the older ones on like the Game Boy Color and then the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. Pokemon Diamond was my favorite by far of all the Pokemons that I ever played. I mean, I don't really, there's not, once again, it's Pokemon. There's not much for me to explain about Pokemon. Everybody knows what Pokemon is. This specific one, I have the best memories with. I remember trading back and forth, actual trading with one of my buddies that had the Pokemon Pearl. And, I once again, there's not really much to say about it. It's Pokemon. This was my favorite one that I played. And I played the most of it. I played a bunch. Number 31, Arc Raiders. It had to be on the list. Honestly, I had a tough time with Arc Raiders because it doesn't have any nostalgia. It doesn't have any kind of emotional tie to it at all because of how new it is. So this one was tough for me to rank because I think that this is an objectively really, really good game. And I think that for me personally, it's one of my favorites. It's a very good game. And I think where I think I got it put in a decent spot because 31, it's high enough that it's still, I mean, it's making an impact. And I'm sure that later on, I'll think even more fondly of this game because of how much I play it right now with all of my friends. And, but once again, it doesn't have any kind of hold on me yet. It doesn't have any kind of emotional hold on me yet. So maybe down the road this would go higher, but as of right now, this is where it landed, and I think this is a pretty good spot for it. Number 30, Clash of Clans, the number 1 absolute best mobile game of all time, and if you say otherwise, you're incorrect. This is the best, objectively. Once again, there might be some other favorites, but this is objectively, I think, the best mobile game of all time. This game's been around for what now? Over a decade, I think. I could be wrong, but I think at least over a decade, right? Like 12 years or something. I have never in my life even played any kind of a mobile game that has held me for longer than a couple of hours. Now, I've gone a couple of years. There will be some time where I wouldn't touch this game, and I'll come back to it. But I've been coming back to this game for almost the entire time. I'm sure that I started playing this probably within the year that it came out. And it's very different than it was. The first, like, probably 8 years that I played it, I would have been able to get to what takes like a week now. But this is one of the best mobile games. I think it's the best, objectively, the best mobile game ever created. If you haven't played Clash of Clans, what the fuck are you doing? Go get Clash of Clans. Gran Turismo 3. This right here, this is, I think, the most okay, I have to be careful because there's a different one that's higher than this. This is the most influential racing game for me that was exclusively to the racing concept. So the reason, what do I mean by that? Gran Turismo 3 was, I think, the best combination of really, like, I guess you could call it sim racing, but it was still just like it had enough other stuff going on where it didn't just feel like you were practicing for something, like you're just training for some shit. This was a fucking awesome game. I remember the physics in this game were like mind-blowing for its time, and we played the shit out of this. I raced against my brother. This was one of the other games that I played with my father. My dad and my brother and we played this game so fucking much. This was 100% one of my favorite games of all time. And I remember there was a couple of races on here where it's like the endurance races where it's going to take like, it's like a 500 lap race. It would literally take like multiple hours. And I remember my brother and I trying to do a couple of those, and I don't think we ever did. But this was, once again, I think my favorite racing specific, because like I said, I've got to be careful because of some other stuff that's on my list, but racing, for the actual racing part alone, I think this was probably the best one that I've ever played. Gran Turismo 3. I personally also think this was the best Gran Turismo of all of the Gran Turismos. Number 28. Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. This game right here. This is on the lines of Tonka Search and Rescue. I don't really know how to explain Putt Putt Saves the Zoo other than you are this little purple car and you go to different places in the zoo and you save animals by doing different tasks, and there's this, at least in my child brain, there was this sense of free roam because you could go to different places and you could kind of do what you wanted. You could change the color of the car, and you had different, it felt like an RPG. I think this was my first taste of an RPG, and that's what got me in on those. I don't know, but I played this game. This is another one that I played so much. My brother has never played the game ever in his entire life, and he says he remembers the song because I played it nonstop. This game is not very long, and I probably have played through the entire thing 100 times when I was a child. This holds a crazy amount of nostalgia. This is maybe the most nostalgic game I've ever played, is Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. It's like fucking $5 on Steam. I'm gonna go buy it and go play it sometime because that just sounds fucking awesome. So Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, probably the best kids game ever, and it's definitely my favorite. Number 27, Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man on PlayStation 2, and holy shit, this was nuts. This game was insane. So my brother and I actually watched a little video on this again, like a week ago, whenever I was first talking about all this stuff, and man, I remember this game being kind of world-breaking when it came out as well, because it was like, holy shit, it was pretty much free roam, because you can go and your way all around the whole entire fucking city. You couldn't touch the ground, though. You couldn't go out down on the ground, but you could go on the rooftops, and you could go wherever, and I remember the mechanics were so crazy, because you could go up walls and on ceilings, and you had to time shit by jumping down on people, and the punches and everything. You could wrap them up in spider webs. Insane, incredible game. I remember the mechanics just being so foreign and so new, and this game was so fucking awesome. I absolutely fucking loved Spider-Man. This was Spider-Man 1 on PlayStation 2. and it's just incredible. This was one of my favorite one of my favorite kind of just fighting game, because that was really essentially all you're doing is just moving around and fighting, and one of my favorites though, for sure. All right, number 26, Call of Duty World at War Zombies. So I want to clarify, this at number 26 is Zombies. Now, I think that Call of Duty World at War was a good game. I really, really liked it. I didn't play it that much, though. I played the shit out of Call of Duty World at War Zombies. I also think that when Call of Duty World at War Zombies came out, the Nazi zombies, I think that was like a world-breaking thing as well. WoW is still active on Steam. Exactly. This game right here, and I guarantee you that a big portion of the reason that people still like World at War, though, is because of Zombies. I know, at least for us, the reason we played World at War was because Zombies was on it. Zombies was just like so genre breaking. It was such a new concept, and it was so good. And I mean, it created Kino der Toten, which is if I was ranking Zombies maps, Kino der Toten, it should be number 1 on everyone's list. Plants vs Zombies better be on the list, or we're gonna riot. You're gonna have to wait and see. We're at 26, so we're halfway there. World at War Zombies at number 26 here. 25, Midnight Club 2. This is a racing game, but this is like not a racing game. This was a fucking awesome game. So it's like all night street racing in, I think this one was held in, I think this was in Paris, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember going underneath the catacombs and jumping off the fucking the big ass museum that's in the shape of a fucking pyramid. You could drive motorcycles in this shit, all kind of different fucking cars. The soundtrack in this game was fucking insane. What else had night racing, Roxanne? Well, Roxanne, you might find out that NFS UG2 might be here. We'll see. We don't know though. Need for Speed Underground 2 might be on the list. I don't know. We'll see. MX Unleashed, number 24. MX Unleashed. This is top 3, maybe top 5, maybe top 3 best soundtracks of any game. This had some fucking wicked fucking soundtracks. And you're just like riding a dirt bike and a monster truck just over gigantic shit, jumping helicopters and flying biplanes. Dude, this game was fucking wicked. And just listening to Breaking Benjamin tail whipping a fucking dirt bike over a hill while a fucking biplane runs under you. This is like the sickest thing ever when I was a child. I don't think that there's anything that could have compared to like just the feeling you get from doing that shit. Number 23, Rust. This is something. If you've never played Rust, Survivor, fucking go and just be toxic and fuck other people's days up. It's Rust. You either know it or you don't. It's super fucking cool. I like building shit. I like survival games, and I like PvP. So this kind of just wraps it all together. And this is just, I played this a ton. You'll see why this isn't higher on the list. Later on, it'll make more sense. But for now, it sits at 23. I love this fucking game. I think it's really fucking good. I think the whole concept behind it is fucking awesome. Once again, you'll see why. I think that it's just not higher than it is. But this concept of a game is fucking great. This is like what I think of as like almost ideal concept for a game of build shit, survive type shit, and PvP is like that's like my world. So let's keep rolling. Number 22, Lethal Company. Once again, I said this list is fucking crazy. This list is fucking crazy. Number 22 it's on the list just because of how fucking crazy fun you can make it with just a couple of mods, even not even any. I mean, this is right off the rip. We played the shit out of this game for a while. We recorded a bunch of videos on my brother's fucking channel on Hammerhead. We did a ton of this shit, and I fucking love Lethal Company. With mods on it, it's just unreal. This game, there's not most of you have probably played this fucking game. It's like I guess you could call it like a semi-horror game, whatever it is, but absolutely 100% worth playing. I love this fucking game. Love this fucking game so much. The sounds, the music, everything is just this little bitty small indie game. One of the best games, obviously. 22 on my list of best games. Love this fucking game. Number 21, Twisted Metal. This is the original Twisted Metal on PlayStation 1. Oh man, this is another one of those games to where just the music and everything about this game, oh my goodness. When I think of this game, I think of, there was this guy and he had big wheels. I've never played like any of the other ones. I might have played Twisted Metal 2, but at least Twisted Metal 1, there's this dude and he's got these two gigantic wheels on either side of him. That was my favorite guy to play. And there was this snow map and it had like ice bridges and all kind of shit. And this, oh my God, I fucking loved this fucking game. We played the shit out of this game. And I remember thinking that this clown head on top of this van that was bouncing around and shit was just the most wicked, scariest fucking thing. I don't know. I can't even explain why I love this game so much, but Twisted Metal was one of my favorites. As you can see, we're top 21. This is I need to try some of the new Twisted Metals because I'm not sure if they have, I think there's some new Twisted, didn't they come out with a movie or something as well? All right, we have made it to the top 20. This one's probably gonna piss some people off right here, let me tell you. This one is, this is Modern Warfare 2019. You could probably guess when this came out. Actually, you can't because it doesn't say it on here, I just realized. This game came out in 2019. This is Modern Warfare 2019. This was, I loved this game. The multiplayer was really fucking good, but the campaign for this game was bonkers. This was going into... the specific mission that I'm thinking of is the night mission where you've got a whole crew and you're in night vision and you go and infiltrate this home. I don't know if I can say that word, whatever. This home, and you're just in the dark with your squad going through this house and clearing it. And that specific mission alone, the whole entire game, just the whole campaign is incredible. I love this fucking game. But that specific mission was incredible. Some other stuff that you'll see later came out of this game as well, but just honestly, for the campaign alone, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, one of the best fucking games, one of the best Call of Duties ever made. Number 19, Wii Sports. Holy Wii Sports! If this isn't on every single person's fucking top 20, then they're just doing it wrong. Because Wii Sports was just like, in so many ways, one of the greatest fucking things that ever fucking happened, dude. It was so cool. There was so much that it gave, so many, other than tennis I didn't really care for that much, but and golf, honestly, I love real golf, but the golf on this didn't feel that good. But baseball, bowling, and boxing in this game was fucking peak. Just absolute peak fucking gaming. I remember playing bowling where you'd shift your guy over to the side, turn him, and just get as much spin as you could on the ball for hours. And then it had that sick ass fucking game mode where you could do like 200 pins at the same time, and it's just like this gigantic thing of pins. Incredible, especially for its time. The Wii itself, just the whole actual motion thing was just mind-blowing. Wii Sports, this is another, I think, objectively probably top 20 real life game as well. Not just from my personal taste. I think objectively Wii Sports was like ahead of its time. Just incredible. And the fact that it came with the console, at least I think it did on all of them. I know it came with hours. Maybe that was a package. I don't fucking know. But either way, Wii Sports should be on your top 20 if it's not. Number 18, Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm really gonna piss some people off when they see some games that we're not gonna see here soon. But Grand Theft Auto 3, my brother and I played the shit out of this game. I've gone back and I've played it since, not recently, but I've gone back and it's not nearly as good as I remember. But it's still making this is number 18 because of just the hours and hours and hours that we poured into this fucking game. The coolest thing, and I don't know why this is the thing that I remember when I think of Grand Theft Auto 3, but the coolest fucking thing that I can remember on this fucking game was taking our piece of notebook paper that my brother had written out all of the cheat codes on, and you'd put in the cheat code to spawn a tank in. You get in this fucking tank, you get on over at the bridge, and then you turn the tank barrel around backwards, and you drive as fast as you can up the bridge while you're shooting the tank, and it's speeding you up every time that it shoots because you're shooting it backwards, and you get just enough speed to clear the fucking broken bridge at the very end of the map. And I remember that being, I don't know why, but that is like the most just vivid memory of this game. And that was just one of, like I said, we played this game for hundreds of hours, played the absolute shit out of Grand Theft Auto 3. And I think this is objectively, I don't know, it's tough. It's tough. This is Grand Theft Auto 3 just because I think because of what it was when it came out, and this was just like the first time that you've ever really experienced anything where it's just like almost truly free roam. That's like that it gets some bonus points because of what it did when it came out. That at least I think so. That's why it made it at least higher on my list, is just because of what it did when it originally came out. All right, number 17. We're getting on up here now. NCAA football 2006. I don't really have a genre of video games that I won't play. NCAA football 006. This is one of the other multiple games that I think should be on the top 3. I might make a video on that, actually. Best soundtracks. Ooh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a best soundtracks video. I'll tell you, sneak peek. This one's gonna be up there. The soundtrack in this fucking game, I actually went back and listened to this like a month or two ago. The soundtrack in this game fucking slaps. So fucking good. Yes, 100%. All of these games are identical. They're all identical. You're right. You're 100% correct. This was just the one I played the most. I played the hell of it. It was 2006. I was young and I played the shit out of this. I would do, and now if I played the way that I played that now, I can't play sports games. I don't play them hardly at all anymore because I don't really care for them that much. But I would do the same thing over and over again. I would take the best team and I would throw a Hail Mary, and then I would run an outside sweep to a touchdown, and I would run the score up 80-0. And I did that over and over and over and over again. And I enjoyed it. Number 16, speaking of fucking racing games, Forza Horizon. Now, Forza Horizon 1, which is the one I have listed here, I would say is probably my favorite, and I played the most. But I also really love the other Forza Horizons. So don't think that this is the only Horizon that I like. All of the Horizons are included here. So that's a little cheating, but I don't give a shit. Forza Horizon, played the shit out of it. This was like the first free roam multiplayer. You could literally just go out and street race your homeboy with a car that you built online. And that was just like incredible. This was like, I think this was the first real free roam racing game that is just a whole different concept to have the idea of just going out and doing whatever the fuck you wanted and just go and drive these cool ass cars you could build was just like a whole incredible idea. Not to mention the customization in this game was bonkers. This was another just bonkers thing. Me and my friends in my buddy's basement when we were in fucking like, or I guess this was maybe high school. I don't know. This was probably high school, early. I don't know. Probably high school. We would customize cars. We probably have hundreds of hours doing nothing but just customizing cars, doing competitions where we could say who could make the ugliest car or the most ridiculous shit. Because you could put shapes on here and you could do all kind of crazy shit. Tons of time in this game. All the Horizons were good. Forza Horizon 1, probably my favorite. Halo 3. This is number 15. Now, I know the higher we get, the more angry people are going to be seeing these. People are going to be angry seeing some of these, and they're going to be angry when they're like, wait, the fuck, why was this not here? This was ahead of this one. And the higher we get, I know it's going to start getting like that. Halo 3 is on this list. I think that Halo 3, if I was doing this as an objective list that says this is objectively the best game, Halo 3 is higher than 15 on my objectively best video games list. I didn't play Halo 3 enough for it to be higher on my list. Halo 3 multiplayer is one of the greatest experiences of my entire life at peak Halo 3 multiplayer. I could spend my entire life doing nothing but playing around, driving circles around the fucking map, getting shot at by scorpions, and just having just the best time of my life on Halo 3. You know what Halo 3 is. If you don't, go fuck yourself. I don't care. It's an incredible game. It's my top 15 You're going to see some other games. They're probably going to piss you off that they're higher than this. I don't care. Once again, I didn't play it enough. This was at a time where I had to play some of these games because I didn't have an Xbox until Xbox 360 Slim. That was my first personal console. Everything before that, I either played on the shitty old computer we had or my brother's PlayStation 2. This landed along with some other games like, here's a little sneak peek that's not on the list, Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original one, that fell in that window of my brother didn't have anything that could play it because he had the old PS2 and I didn't have an Xbox yet. So that fell in that window along with like Halo 3 of like right around the time where I didn't really get to play that shit that much. I went to friends' houses and we played it a ton. Like Halo 3, went to friends' houses and played it a ton. But that's why it's only here, just because of that. Number 14, I about went up. Call of Duty Warzone. I understand that it feels crazy to put Warzone directly above. And I didn't think about visually how that would look to say that Warzone is directly better than Halo 3. Okay. Once again, this isn't objective. This is my list. And I played the dog shit out of Warzone. Everyone did. I'm not talking about Warzone right now. Warzone right now wouldn't be on my top 100. Warzone right now sucks cock. It's awful. Warzone, when Warzone first came out, was fucking incredible. It was so good. This was the same time. This was based off of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, and this came from that. I think this is one of the best Battle Royale games that ever came out. I loved this fucking game. Right now it sucks. It's awful. I haven't played it in probably a year or two, maybe. I don't know. I haven't touched it. I don't plan on it. I don't want to play it anymore, but it's still number 14 on my list. Fucking incredible. Loved Warzone. It absolutely deserves to be up here. And if you say that it doesn't, then you're fucking wrong. You're just objectively wrong if you think that Warzone, at peak Warzone when it first came out, doesn't deserve to be on this list. Next, number 13, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I know this game is divisive. Some people fucking hated this game. I fucking love this game. This is another fucking game that's gonna go on my list of best soundtracks. This had the fucking Ring of Fire from Johnny Cash. I'm not even gonna go into all of the fucking incredible songs that were in this game. This game was like built for me at my age when it came out. The cutscenes were just unreal. The concept to go and just destroy shit. I mean, it was so much fucking fun. This game, absolutely incredible. It just sucked me in, and I played the shit out of this game. I loved it so much, and to be the idea of having two teams and just playing with different characters and doing all kind of shit that didn't even have to do with skateboarding and being able to get off the skateboard and just run around and do dumb shit. I just remember, oh man, I love this game. I love this game so fucking much. Being able to spray paint shit and just, oh man, everything about it just felt so fucking cool. Love this fucking game. And once again, the soundtrack in this game was so good. So good. We'll go over, once again, we're gonna do a video on that, best soundtracks. So, that's that. Number 13, we're getting close to the top 10 now. Number 12. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, this is objectively, I think this game could be one of the best ever created. Objectively, if this was an objective list, I think this could be one of the best ever created. The campaign was insane, splitting between multiple people and following their lives, but also blending and combining into the same world. Incredible. They broke everything that you could ever imagine in the concept of games when they really released online for Grand Theft Auto 5. It's just everything about Grand Theft Auto 5 is incredible. I think it's a little crazy right now, and I think that everyone can understand, even if they didn't even play it, you can understand how influential Grand Theft Auto 5 was by the expectation that is currently held for Grand Theft Auto 6. There was a video that I just saw recently of this guy that he got arrested for like murder. He got arrested for murder. And the thing that he says to the police officer when he's getting arrested and put in the car is he makes the realization, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna miss Grand Theft Auto 6. This guy just got arrested for murder. He's gonna go spend the rest of his life in jail, and he's upset because he's missing Grand Theft Auto 6. If that doesn't tell you how much this fucking game influenced the world, then it doesn't tell you fucking anything. This game right here was fucking crazy. Played it a ton to go and just fuck around and do literally whatever you could imagine with your buddies. This game was fucking awesome. I am ecstatic for Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 6 could be shitty. It could be awful. And I'm excited because I know that it could be just as good as this. It could literally just be this game again. But because of the hype that it's going to have, it'll have a whole fresh player base and everyone's going to be playing it. It's going to be fucking awesome. 100%. Number 11. Kingdom Hearts. This is odd. This is odd. The reason I say that, I am not a Disney person. I don't like Disney. I don't like Disney characters. I fucking hate Disney World. I would rather, oh my God, I'd rather burn in hell than spend a week at Disney World. And for some reason, I think a lot of it has to do with nostalgia. For some reason, this game holds just this crazy place in my heart. My brother and I played the shit out of this game, but I'm pretty sure this is another game. I am almost positive that I have more hours watching my brother play this game than I have playing this game, and it still made it at number 11 on this list. I frequently go back and listen to music from this fucking game. Dearly Beloved, the piano cover of Dearly Beloved is one of my favorite songs of all time. This game, if you haven't played it, absolutely incredible. The whole concept is just, it's wacky, it's wild. It's just so good. Yeah, there's not much to say about Kingdom Hearts. If you know it, you do. If you don't, I don't know how to explain it, but it's fucking awesome. It's Final Fantasy and Disney smashed together, and it's fucking sick. Super cool. Number 10. Guitar Hero 3. I'm telling you, the list is fucking crazy. The list is wild. There's no rhyme or reason. You'll never expect what's coming next on any of these. Guitar Hero 3 is number 10. Holy shit, all the Guitar Heroes were cool. All of them were fucking cool. World Tour, I'm gonna tie in with this one because World Tour was really good as well. But Guitar Hero 3, every single person on planet fucking Earth knows the song Through the Fire and the Flames. And that is exclusively because of this fucking game. This game influenced music. Just the way we consumed music at this time. And holy shit, we played the hell out of it. My sister, she didn't play video games at all. My sister didn't play any fucking video games. This wrapped her up. My sister played the shit out of Guitar Hero 3. She played the shit out of it, and she was way better than my brother and I at it. She was so good at this fucking game. We could not touch her in this fucking game. It was unbelievable. But Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, I don't even, can you consider a soundtrack being in a game if it's a music game like this? I'll you know what? When I make my soundtrack game, I'll make that decision. But this, the soundtrack, all of the song choices, everything in this fucking game, I listen to songs and I think about songs because of this game. This game, unbelievable. I played this game. I practiced this game. I practiced it like a real guitar. I would go to friends' houses. I would want to practice so that I would be good, so that when I went to friends' houses to play Guitar Hero, I was good, because it was embarrassing to not be good. This game was fucking sick. This is, we've reached the top 10, and Guitar Hero 3 lives in the 10 spot. Number 9. Halo Reach. I understand that Halo 3 was down there, and I understand that this is Halo Reach. I don't fucking care. When I said that there was that window of games that I didn't get to play, well, when I got my Xbox 360, I got the Xbox 360 Slim Halo Reach Edition. It's a silver slick stick fucking Xbox. It makes Halo noises when you turn it on and open the disc tray up and everything. It came with Halo Reach, and other than one of the other games that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, this was the game that I played the most when I first got my personal first console. The campaign was fine. Multiplayer was fine. The reason that Halo Reach, and if you've played Halo Reach, you know this. The reason that Halo Reach is here, and the reason that Halo Reach is so fucking good, is because of the Forge mode. The Forge, when they released the Forge for Halo Reach, It was incredible. People were creating the wildest shit. Just racetracks and game modes and fun houses. Just the wildest things you could ever comprehend. You could go every single day and go to an entirely different game getting on Halo Reach. So fucking incredible. Once again, and this mask, you can't see it. The mask here, his mask with the fully glass head and then the skull face. Sickest fucking mask, for sure. Sickest fucking mask. Halo Reach, number 9. Let's go down to 8 and see where we're at. Number 8, PUBG. This is, once again, I'm sure we're pissing some people off. I'm sure we are. But PUBG paved the fucking way. PUBG, you wouldn't have your stupid fucking Fortnite. I wouldn't have my stupid fucking Warzone. We wouldn't have any of these fucking battle royales if PUBG wasn't so fucking fun. People were fucking carrying around frying pans on their ass for Halloween with this fucking game. This game was so fucking good. To get that chicken dinner, to get that winter chicken dinner, I remember I used to go this. I played this when I was in like early college, late high school, if I'm not mistaken. And my buddy and I was working we were both working weird schedules. So we'd get off of work at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. We'd go to the gym. We'd work out until like midnight. We'd get done at the gym. We'd come home to his house and it was so fucking stupid because PUBG didn't have multiplayer and we wanted to play together, but you could join up, but you'd had to play on separate consoles. So I would bring my console over, and in the living room we'd have 2 TVs and we'd sit beside each other and we would play this fucking game until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning every single fucking day for like 2 years, at least a year. Every single fucking day. And holy shit, I cannot, the first few times when you're sitting there and like last alive, your heart is pounding. It feels like you're about to die in real life. You have so much adrenaline that this game just put into you. Oh my god, I can't. If you played PUBG, if you played really any battle royale, the first time you did, that was probably what you got. But this one, they fucking did it right. PUBG absolutely deserves to be here. It paved the way for all of your Fortnite that's not on the fucking list. But it paved the way for Fortnite. It did. It paved the way for Warzone. It paved the way for all of these battle royales. Number 7. Here you go. Number 7. Need for Speed Underground 2. This is holy shit. This is I can't even begin to explain to you. This is everything about this game is perfect. They're supposed to be coming out with a remaster for Need for Speed Underground 2, I think this year, and I am fucking stoked. I am so fucking excited to play Need for Speed Underground 2 Remastered because it was already just so incredible. The soundtrack, oh my god, this is another fucking game. Soundtrack, nuts. Riders on the Storm, oh my god, I could just sit there and drive the fucking car with my doors fucked up and my spinners and lights everywhere with Riders on the Storm playing. I could just do that for hours, dude. This game was fucking awesome. The customization, you could rice the shit out of your cars. Half of this game wasn't even racing. The racing was fucking sick. Half the game was just make your car as just riced out and as corny as possible, and it was fucking awesome. You'd have photo modes where you would go, like, you'd get a sponsorship and you'd have to go take a picture of your car for the front page of a magazine, and you'd go like set it up how you wanted, frame the camera, open the doors, do whatever you want. Out. Sick. Loved this fucking game. This game is perfect. I love this game so fucking much. I cannot express how much I fucking love this game. Need for Speed Underground 2. Best Need for Speed that ever came out. For a fact. And if you say otherwise, you're wrong. Number 6. Halo Combat Evolved. Yes. Halo Combat Evolved is higher on my list than Halo 3. Halo Combat Evolved is higher on my list than Halo Reach. I don't fucking care. This fucking game, holy shit. Okay. This was the first game that I feel like I had like a dangerous addiction to. I I don't even remember how or when this was. I got Halo Combat Evolved. This was after it had been out for a long time. It came out in what, like 01, I think is what we determined. So I was still too young at that point where I couldn't really do anything. Years later, I'm still a child. I had never played an online video game at this point in time. I somehow ended up with the disc. We had terrible fucking internet when I was a child, but I somehow ended up with the disc. I can vaguely remember all of that. All I remember is that I was able to play Halo Combat Evolved online multiplayer, and holy shit, it consumed me. I would be in school. And I would just be thinking about it. I would just be thinking about being on Blood Gulch. I would just be sitting there, just my mouth would just be watering. I would just be so ready to get home, get the fucking game on, and go and just be the worst player that ever had existed in Halo and die 1,000 times. This game fucking ruined me. Oh my god. I don't think that if I ever played this game, if I didn't play this game, I don't think that I would be in love with games like the way I am. This was the first online video game that I think that I truly had like an infatuation with, like an addiction to. This was so good. And I remember when you died or when you killed somebody, it would come up on the side. It would say your name, or the person that died, and it would say was killed by, and then it would say the person that killed them. I thought this was the funniest fucking thing. And you could change your name whenever you wanted. So I would change my fucking name to like a mouse. So it would be like, this person was killed by a mouse. And anytime that I would the one or two times that I would kill somebody in a game, I would crack up laughing because I thought that it was just the funniest joke ever to think that this person had their name killed by a mouse, or I'd say like killed by a falling piano, or just something stupid. I'm like, the literal funniest thing I could ever have imagined at the time, and I loved it so much. Everything about this game, super sick. I'm actually replaying the campaign right now with Enrique. We were supposed to do that tonight. He got caught up for Valentine's Day, so we're probably doing that next Thursday. If we do it earlier than that, I'll let you know. Number 5. We are in the top 5. Apex Legends. PUBG paved the way for Apex Legends. I didn't mention PUBG paving the way for Apex Legends earlier because I didn't want to give away that Apex Legends is in my top 5. Apex Legends was another game that really just sucked me in. I love this game. I still love this game so much. I don't play it enough anymore. And just the current state that Apex Legends is in, you have to play this game around 300 hours a day. And if you don't play it for 300 hours a day, you die every 3 seconds. So I can't, it's just too hard now. I don't know. It's just crazy. Apex Legends, when it first came out, when the wingman was just hyper broken, I'm talking pre-season 1, when it very, very, very first released, this game was incredible. One of my favorite things in shooters, or really any game, is movement. I love movement mechanics. I love fast movement, flicky movement. I just love movement in and of itself. That whole mechanic, the whole general movement thing, I fucking love movement. Apex Legends, I think still to this day, has my favorite movement of any game I've ever played. Just to be able to do some crazy shit like tap strafes, where you can literally, you click the right combination of numbers, you can fucking bounce off of walls and turn 180s in the air and just do the craziest shit you could imagine and slide around and be fast. The gunplay in this game, everything about this game is, for me, is just like perfect when it comes to a battle royale. This is the perfect, at least in the time frame that I played it. Right now, like I said, I can't play it that much anymore. I'm just not fucking good enough. But when I first played and I was like above a 1 KD, I killed more people than the number of times I died during that time frame. Mint. Perfect. All right, number 4. We're getting up here now. Number 4. We've got 4 fucking games left. We are in the top 4 games that I've ever played. Number 4. Minecraft. Now, some of you might say Minecraft deserves to be even higher than number 4. And I think, once again, if this list was entirely objective, I think that Minecraft might be higher than number 4. I think it is objectively one of the greatest games ever created. And I mean, it's obviously, I think it's good. It's my number 4. It's incredible. We played a fuck ton of it. I played it a fuck ton when I was a child. I played it a ton on my phone. I mean, countless. I remember playing it on console and just not even having half the stuff unlocked. And I remember people being like, oh yeah, on the PC version, it's got all of this. And I don't even know what any of that shit is. You have levels. I mean, playing it before there was levels or anything like that. And, just incredible what Minecraft is. There's not really much that I can say about Minecraft. It's Minecraft. Every fucking person has ever played Minecraft. Now, Roxanne did mention earlier, this person just mentioned earlier about Hytale. I have not played Hytale yet, but I've heard good things about Hytale, so I'm definitely going to try that out. I'm curious to know if I like Minecraft for nostalgia or if I like Minecraft because it is still fun. And I think I'll know for Hytale because I will obviously have no nostalgia for Hytale. So we will be trying that out because I am curious to know. But Minecraft at number 4. All right, we're gonna hit the top 3, and if you're really close with me, if you're in my close group of friends, you know at least one of them. You know at least one of my top 3s. The other 2 might be a little crazy for some of you. Some of you will 100% agree with me, but let's just jump in. Number 3, top 3, number 3, Fallout 3. It's fitting. Number 3, Fallout 3. This is the best Fallout that ever came out. This is the best RPG that I've ever played. This is it's just perfect in every single fucking way. I fucking love this game. Fallout 3. This is the game that introduced me to RPGs. This is definitely the RPG that I played the most of. I played through the Fallout 3 campaign a ton of fucking times. This was like the first one, like when I was young, I played through this. And I remember I was playing it young enough to where like I was scared to go in the fucking sewers and shit. I was scared of the fucking rad roaches and stuff. This game scared the shit out of me. I love it so fucking much. When the Fallout movie, when the Fallout show came out, and they did a really good job of sticking to the actual like game. Incredible. I love the show. I love the fucking game. New Vegas is one of those on the list that I love. New Vegas. I think that objectively is an incredible fucking game. I didn't personally play it enough to where it made it onto my list. But Fallout 3, one of the best games ever created, one of the best storylines ever created. It's just the way that they created Fallout 3, the way that you could just do stuff, and the way that you could change the entire game just by making decisions. It was just incredible for me. I love it. I still love it. It's still one of my favorites. This is one that I objectively think is incredible. All right, number 2. This one might piss some people off a little bit. This might piss you off a little bit, but that's okay because it's still gonna be pretty sick. Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops. This is Black Ops 1. The reason this game is number 2 on my list of my favorite games of all time. Number 2. This is my second favorite game of all time. The reason this made the list is because probably I don't know, 15-ish days of my life. I think I've probably played this like 15 real days. I think I have like 15 days of gameplay on this game, and this was 15 days of gameplay when I was a child. So to rack up that much gameplay, I played the shit out of this game. This came out this came out the same time that I got my Xbox. So I got my Xbox for Christmas from my parents, and my Xbox came with Halo Reach. My brother, for Christmas, when we went to the store, this was when Call of Duty had just come out. It was because Call of Duty is they come out in like November. So Call of Duty Black Ops was out. We went to the store and he asked me because he knew I was getting the Xbox, because that wasn't like a surprise. I actually paid for some of my Xbox. My Christmas present was to have half of my Xbox paid for. So we knew that I was getting the Xbox. So my brother was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you a game for your Xbox for Christmas." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, that's sick." So we go to the store and my brother's in like early college, I think at this point, I'm fairly certain. So he has like no fucking money. So I'm showing him all the cheap games. I'm over here like in the $10 aisle, you know, the old ass games, and I'm like, yeah, that one looks pretty cool, whatever, looking at all these. And but I don't remember exactly how it happened. At some point I had at least mentioned Black Ops, because Black Ops was the hot new shit. This had just come out, and that's the game that I really wanted. But I didn't want to be the guy that was like, yeah, hey, you poor person, go buy me a $60 video game because you have no money. But he asked me in the store, he said, hey, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but this is the one you actually like, right? And he showed me Black Ops, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, but I'm fine with these other ones. Well, Christmas Day comes around, and I open up my Xbox, and then I open up Black Ops, and my life was over after that. I was fucking hooked. So in reality, it's his fault. It's his fault that I'm so fucked up now on video games, and I love him so fucking much because he bought me Black Ops instead of some shitty game, and I played the shit out of it. I would play this game every fucking night. I would play it until 6 o'clock. The sun would come up and I'd be playing this fucking game. I loved it so much. I knew every single multiplayer map like the back of my hand. I knew every nook, every cranny. The guns in this game were awesome. The campaign in this game was awesome. I love this fucking game. Absolutely incredible. As you can see, it's number 2 on my list. This is my second favorite game of all time. This influenced me. This changed my fucking life. Changed my fucking life. Thank you, Ollie, for getting the game. Changed my fucking life. All right. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to reveal number 1. We're about to reveal number 1. Like I said, if you're in my tight friend group, this pick is obvious. This pick is obvious to you. If you're not, you probably won't see it coming. This isn't, I wouldn't imagine this is on a ton of people's lists. The people's lists that this game is on, it's probably number 1 or close to it. It's either, I'll say this. If anybody has this, if they've ranked all their games and they've played this game that I'm about to show you is either number 1 on their list or it is the last fucking game on their list for the exact same reason. Number 1, my favorite game that I have ever played in my entire life. Number 1, Ark. Ark Survival Evolved. We could say Ark Survival Ascended as well. It's the same fucking game. Ark Survival Evolved. This, like I said, if this is on the person's list, if they rank every video game they've ever played, this is either number 1 or this is the last fucking game on their list. Ark Survival Evolved is just the absolute culmination of everything that I love about a video game, and it will absolutely eat you alive. This game is so much fun. It's dangerous. It's dangerous how fucking fun this game is. This game has caused, this game has caused so many issues in so many real life places in my life, as far as just like not having time to do shit because I need to go raise dinosaurs. This game will suck you in a way that you just can't get out of. It is the most fun I've ever had in a video game. The way that it sucks you in, the way that you build, the way that you have an actual place that you have to protect, the way that you have this place that's, even when you're not playing, it's still there because it's a live server, and it feels like a second home because you build it and you spend so much time and you spend it with all of your friends. All of my friends, I guarantee you, like I said, this game is either really, really high on their list or it's really low. I have thousands of hours in this game. Thousands of hours in this fucking game. And it is by far my favorite game. This was an easy pick, honestly. I love all games. If I had one game to play for the rest of my life and I couldn't ever touch another game ever again, Ark Survival Evolved would 100% be the game that I played every single fucking day of my life. If I could, I would play Ark every single fucking day. And I've burnt myself out. We do this almost every year. We burn ourselves the fuck out. We play the shit out of it for a couple of months. And then we burn ourselves out until the next year. The only reason that we haven't touched Ark Survival Evolved this year is because we're still playing Ark Raiders. But Ark will be played again this year. This is number 1 on my list. And it's going to be. I think this will forever be there. I don't think that there's ever a game that could possibly come out that can recreate the the memories, recreate the experiences, and recreate the feelings that I have for a video game. This is something that I don't think could ever be touched. And it's kind of sad to think that, because I just don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible for another game to do what this game has done to and for me. So, with that, that's the end. We are done. Please, I'm definitely curious to know. Put it down below. What is your favorite game? What is your least favorite game? What the fuck did I get wrong? What do you think is absolutely off about my list? Which isn't correct, because my list is right and yours is fucking wrong. But tell me what you like, what you don't like. What do you need to change? What do you want? I want to know everything about yours. I also encourage you to do this. Come up with your list, dude. This shit it was so much fun coming up with this list. So do that. Come up with your list. I promise you won't fucking regret it. Just absolutely just do that. So, but yeah, thank you again. Thank you for everybody hanging out. It's been real. It's been fun. But it ain't been real fun, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But, all right. If you're somewhere cold, baby, I hope you stay warm. And if you're somewhere warm, I hope you stay cool. And as always, vaya con Dios.